Welcome back to Map Memories, folks, the series where we take a look back in time, back at some old classic Call of Duty maps voted by you, the viewer. And what a map you've voted for today. You voted for Highrise in Modern Warfare 2, which will be more popular than ever with all the rumours about Modern Warfare Remastered coming in 2019. So those of you who have spent many hours on the map Highrise will know we've got a lot to get through today, a lot of camping spots in particular, but we'll also be looking at some trivia as well. And in general, just seeing why we love this map so much, why we enjoy it so much. That is what this series is all about, so relax, put your feet up, and just reminisce, get those nostalgic memories flowing, while I take a over-the-top, in-depth look at the camping spots in Highrise. We obviously have to start off with a camping spot that you don't want to hang around too long in Highrise, but we're starting off with it because you start off looking here at the enemy spawn from your spawn through that window, and then you could possibly push up towards the helipad. And this is one of my more favourite camping spots on this map, looking through this little gap on the helipad. Obviously this works on both sides. You could go around to the other stairs at the other side and look into the spawn behind me, but you can also come up onto the helipad and do some damage up here using the helicopter as cover. Just obviously be careful of those exploding red barrels if someone wants to get rid of you from this spot. You can also jump up here behind these barrels, which do not have explosive material liquid inside them. It'll be perfectly safe camping behind these, just as long as no one takes your head off. And if you're careful enough, you can slide round the other side and peek into this spawn and keep them pinned back in there. You can get your kill streaks rolling up here if you get them locked in the spawn. And like I say, Highrise is a pretty symmetrical map, and it works both ways, this camping spot. You can also come back here and peer through this gap. Not quite as good a view, I would say, is looking from the other side, but it still works. We have this little square building here with a window to peek out of to stop them getting out of their spawn. The spawn traps on Highrise can happen very fast if you're not careful with spots like this, and this one too, which is below the helipad. You just put a wee claymore here to make sure no one can flank you from the underground tunnel, and you can keep them penned in from here. If the spots at the helipad aren't working for you, why not just move over here to your right slightly and peek in to their spawn from this little vantage point. This obviously works both ways as well. I mean, how are they ever meant to get out of that from this side when you're sitting here? They've got no chance. Some players, especially at the start of the match, especially with a sniper, like to use this little workstation here to pick off people at the other side of the map. Whereas if you're wanting to get the enemy into a really aggressive spawn trap, a really vicious spawn trap, you can use this photocopier as cover, and you can just take out anyone who's trying to leave their spawn. How dare they? Starting to get into the big boy camping spots of Highrise now. You can take the ladders up onto the top of this roof, and you've got a great view of the map from up here, from both sides, just looking into that spawn there. And you just have to be careful of this fuel tank beside you, because if that blows up, that could cause some problems for your face and or body. I know a few of you will be wanting me to jump down there, but you know, patience, we're getting to it. You can also jump down onto this little ledge and keep them trapped once again from these angles. If you have teammates at all these spots, then you've pretty much guaranteed yourself the win. But I will now jump onto the crane, which you are all looking forward to, I'm sure. You can take a journey down to the back of the crane, and as good as this spot looks, you don't want to hang around here too long because there's not much cover to be provided. But if you can, like I say, if you've got teammates covering other angles, you can do some camping here, or you could do some extreme camping by taking a short journey to the top of the crane, and you have possibly the best view of the map from up here. But again, this is really, do you want to camp up here for too long? I don't know, it's risky. But we can make our way down. Also, make your way down to this little platform here. Now, I kind of like this spot a little more because for some reason people just don't quite expect you to be up here as much. And of course, we can move even further into the building. You could sit at this corner and watch for people try to leave the building below you, or you can do one better and come inside the building and take them out from inside here. But if you're spawning at this side, then you can climb all the way through here, and what a view you have from this window. This is a really difficult spot to remove you from. This is actually a little sneaky spot. You can climb these ladders, like, well, ladders, and make a smooth jump onto these lights here. There's a teddy bear here, which we'll get to obviously in the trivia section. But if you had a sniper from this spot, then this is another one. The enemy just won't really be looking for you up here. This isn't really a camping spot right here, but I just had to show it because it's just such a, you know, a memorable feature of the map Highrise. You can jump down and flank your way around the side of the actual map below people, and if you make your way here you can also keep the enemy spawn trapped and make sure they can't come out of that side of the building from this spot too. And finally, the piece de resistance of camping spots on high-rise. You need to make this pretty tough jump onto this thing that's been blown. I don't know what you call those. It's the things people use to wash windows, but you need to make that jump very carefully by taking your fingers off the analog sticks when you jump towards it. But anyways, once you climb up it and onto this ledge, you just sprint round. Make sure you don't die at this spot because you'll be very disappointed. It's fairly simple from then on though. Just make your way up and make sure you bring a tactical insertion with you, not a stun grenade, by pressing LB. It's RB to put the tactical insertion down to make sure you cannot be removed from this spot, which is going to be difficult anyway. There is an explosive fuel tank behind you, which people will do their best to blow up, but once that's been dealt with, then you're pretty much free to camp up here for forever. I don't know how you're going to be removed from this spot, but just enjoy the kill streaks while they last from up here. Some trivia and Easter eggs on Highrise, which it does have a few to be fair. We've got a teddy bear up here on these, I think it's lights we're standing on top of right now, but there's more teddy bears to be found up on the legendary camping spot. There's a plethora of teddies. Someone's been collecting them and storing them up here for whatever reason, but yeah, there's just lots of teddy bears up here. I don't know what else to be said about that. And if we actually come behind that camping spot in spectator mode, come to this little concrete block here, there's actually the name written. That's Alexander Roykovics, I believe is what that says. Alexander Roykovics 2009, which is actually the designer of Highrise. We are actually not worthy in the slightest, Alexander. Well done. Coming back on top of the crane, and we read this sign which says Kriegler or Kreigler. But anyway, this name is actually the name of the lead artist of Infinity Ward, and it's no wonder these artists and map designers are putting their names on this map. I think they knew they had made a map for the ages with Highrise. Another piece of trivia or an Easter egg is on all the telephones on this map. The word COD 4 is on them, which is pretty cool. And on these elevators here, this will be pretty hard to see on YouTube, I imagine, pretty dark, but on the number pad here there is IW. It's been scratched onto them, obviously referencing Infinity Ward. So yeah, these map designers were pretty proud of their creation with Highrise. Now, when it comes to glitches, I'm sure a few of you would consider the camping spot on top of the building and possibly spots in the crane glitch spots, but I don't really consider them glitch spots because they were intended to be in the game. They're just kind of hidden. They're not glitches. You're not breaking the game to get to them, in my opinion. So I'm not including them as glitches, which means that Highrise was actually pretty bereft of glitches. There wasn't much going on. When I did a bit of research on YouTube, the glitch that I could really find was this one, which involved doing some weird jumps, and it was an elevator glitch technically, but you can't really elevate too much because you're inside a building. But when the glitcher does eventually get it going, you can see they are elevated to the top of the roof and pushed across here like a poltergeist is throwing them around. But yeah, this is really the only glitch I could find on Highrise, and if you want to see the full video of this, the link will be in the description. So Highrise was actually remade into Skyrise in Advanced Warfare, and this footage you're watching I've had to source from YouTube, so that will be linked in the description, because shockingly enough I did not buy the DLC for Advanced Warfare, even though it included a remake of one of the best maps of all time. That still wasn't enough to convince me, but from looking at this gameplay, it seems like a pretty good remake, and I would have enjoyed it. I think Skyrise does actually work because of the advanced movement. I think the way the map is set up, it lends itself well to that type of gameplay, so I can see why they chose that as one of the maps they wanted to remake. And any of you watching who did actually buy this DLC, do let me know in the comments how well it actually played. I'm pretty interested to find out. When it comes to class setups on Highrise, it's one of those maps that's just good for every playstyle, which, like I've said before, I guess that's why certain maps are more revered than others because they suit all playstyles. That's why they are better than other maps. So for class setups, you can't really go wrong on Highrise, to be fair. I'd always go with a silenced ACR, but to be fair, you could say that just for just about every map on Modern Warfare 2, this gun is that good. And also a submachine gun, you could use the little underground area to flank the enemy. Of course, you can sit at the very back of both office blocks and do a bit of sniping, or even you could get up close and personal in the middle of the map with a shotgun. I'm sure some shotgun veterans would manage to do very well on Highrise. To be honest, you can't actually pick a bad class for this map. Overall, like all the other maps and map memories so far, Highrise is one of my most favourite maps of all time, and I'm sure it is for a lot of you watching too. That's why it steamrolled this vote, and I'll be leaving a link in the description for you to vote on the next map featured in map memories in the description, which will be on a Black Ops, so be sure to cast your votes there. But before that, let me know your memories on Highrise in the comments below. What sort of kill streaks you ran, how did you get your best kill streak ever on Highrise, that sort of stuff I love hearing in the comments. We all just love sharing our memories of these maps. And don't forget to also let me know anything I may have missed about Highrise, any secret camping spots of yours that you want to share with the world that you exploited on this map. A like on the video would be very much appreciated, folks, as it always is. And of course, shout out to the Mapification Squad, a special section of the Notification Squad, for turning up to the videos early as always. And if you'd like to join the squad, hit that wee bell icon when you subscribe to the channel. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.